Hi, I'm Eric Roberts. Love to Brazil. Mwah. Love to Brazilians. Mwah. Please go if you have time to see Inside the Rain. It's a fun movie to watch. Mwah. Long live Brazil.
Wow, it's a pleasure
Thank
to be
you.
talking to you, like a legend.
Thank you.
You know, it's like a dream come true. Is I don't know how many years of like I didn't count, but how many years of like experience in this business and everything else. But let's talk about Inside the Rain. What was about the script that got your attention? When you read Aaron's script, what got your attention?
Aaron Fisher, who wrote, produced, and directed and starred in this movie, sent me the script. It was a fun part for me. It was easy. I play an Eric Roberts, almost a bad guy, but not quite bad guy, but not, can you trust him kind of a guy. And so it was easy and it was a lot of fun for me. But the subject matter is why I made the movie. I think it's so important to understand this whole world of psychotropic drugs. I know I took psychotropics for about 1,000 days, about 3 years. And it was an awful experience. I lost jobs because of it. I was always cottonmouth. Everybody thought I was taking drugs I shouldn't be taking. It had a bad effect on me, so it was not good for me. And so I got away from them. But I realized for a lot of people, they're a lifeline. They are psychotropics are their savior. So they are important. And so there is a place for them. And this movie, with Rosie Perez, starring Rosie, really talks about that and helps you understand it. So I think it's very, very valuable.
Oh yeah, no, that's for sure. And your character is very funny. Is very like I like him. Do you have any characters that you like? What do you like the most about him? And also, did you look at someone? Did you get inspiration from someone? You don't need to say names, but if you get an inspiration of someone, that any producer or any director that you work with.
Well, I play a movie producer who loves himself, who I've known maybe 300 of those guys. I have worked for maybe 30 of those guys. I know those guys. So I had trouble. Oh, I should explain my black gloves. We're in the 2020 pandemic. That's why we have black gloves on. Because you never know where a microphone's been, right? Anyway, what was I saying?
No, your character, what do you like the most about about him, and also if you got an inspiration from someone that you know.
Yeah, these kind of guys that I play are always likable, and they're always almost your friend, and they're almost a great deal, almost a great experience, but never quite, because they're never really dependable. This kind of producer. So as I said earlier, I've known like 300 of those guys, and I work for 30 of them. I know those guys. So I had no problem making them all into one personality. It was fun for me. But why I made the movie was not the part, it was the subject matter. I think it's so important that we understand it.
Yeah, I think it's very important, and also like the script and even the way that Aaron directed, I think was funny. It was really important to talk about this. It's like it's not a taboo, but people don't talk about it.
No, it's not. It's not discussed, which is why I made the movie, because it wasn't for the paycheck or the part, even though the part was fun. It was for the subject matter because it is important, and I have gone through that. I know how they didn't work for me, but I know how they work for people. I know they are a lifeline. And Aaron is a bit of a genius, and I'm proud to know him.
Yeah, how's work with him? Because he this is his first feature. He directs shorts and everything. How's work with him as a director?
He's a very gentle, intelligent, prepared, kind director.
Yeah, I think he's really cool, and I think he knew all the parts, like everything. I think it's fun. Now talk about your career. You've been like around like for so many years. Is there any type of role that you would like to play that you didn't play yet?
There is. I want to play a real dichotomy, and to play a really tough cop from New York, kind of a tough kind of a guy, who has to go undercover as a drag queen. So he has to play the opposite of what he is. So that's the kind of dichotomy I want to play.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. And also, you also work in this is like a independent movie, a small budget movie, and you also work in a blockbuster movie, big budget movies. Is there any difference that you think that there is any difference?
Well, now that we have HD, it's all the same. What used to take in 3 months to shoot now takes 10 days, literally. So you have to do a lot more homework than you used to, a lot faster.
Yeah, and I think it doesn't matter, right? If you have a small budget, I think it's more the actors, directors. I think it's everybody's involved.
It's all the same beast. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. No, I think it is. And then I wanna ask you one question. You do you have an advice to give to young kids to pursue a career? Doesn't need to be in this industry. Can be in any business. Do you have an advice to give to them? Encouragement advice to give to those kids?
To be a success, you have to give yourself completely to whatever it is. Be it athletics, be it art, be it construction, be it mathematics. It takes all of you. And when you give all of you and you get something in return, it's the most gratifying thing in the world. And the only two events in my life that mean more to me than my work are the birth of my daughter Emma and the marriage to my wife Eliza. Those two events are everything, and everything else is under them. But the first thing under them is my career. I have so much fun, and I've seen the world for free.
Yeah, that's good. Have you been to Brazil?
I have.
Yeah,
yeah. São Paulo.
São Paulo,
Yeah.
that's the city I'm from. I'm
Yeah.
very proud to be from up there, even though Brazil is crazy right
But
now.
I didn't get to Brasilia, which I wanted to get to.
Yeah, you should come back to Brazil to visit Brasilia, Rio de Janeiro, and the northeast of the country.
I shot Expendables in Rio.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. that movie, I love it.
Yeah, it's a cool movie.
Stallone, and it was fun. That's really cool. And aside from this movie, what is next for you?
Well, what's coming up down the pike is we're doing part 5 of Stalked by My Doctor. Yeah, it's a really cool series where I play a bad doctor. It's a series of movies, and I play a very bad doctor. I play a bad guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we can wait to see that. And what you can expect of Inside the Rain?
Inside the Rain is gonna. It's a very kind educational film, and that it helps you understand the whole world of psychotropics and possible mental illness. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Sure.